Hello, class. How's it going? All right. Let's just jump right into it because I've got a lot to say. First of all, I graded your science quizzes from last Thursday, and oh my gosh, that was one of the most frustrating experiences of my life. Y'all, it was like open book. Y'all are reading, you have like all the answers with you in the book right there. And whew, a bunch of you just did not do well. Like the average score was like a 6. Okay. Um, the median was also a 6. Or well, median was 6.5 and 5.5. So I'm going to average that out to a 6. Okay. Um, oh, yeah. And all the answers were right there. Like all you had to do is click the back button on the pages to look at the answers. Half of you guys aren't even reading the questions. It was just bad. Okay. Um, go back through it, read the questions more carefully, and also for number 2, where it tells you to put it in your own words, changing 2 words out of the book's definition does not make it your own words. Okay. You can't go write a Taylor Swift song, change 2 words, and say, hey, look what I wrote. You'll get arrested. You'll get sued. Okay? 2 words does not your own words make. That doesn't show me. The reason I want you to do it in your own words is to see if you understand it. By quoting 98% of the book, you're only proving to me that you don't know what the heck you're talking about. That's all you're proving to me. Okay? Cool. Can we move on from there? Great. So let's talk a little bit more about the solar system. So up here in this first section, talking about the solar system, just what is the solar system? Okay, so it is the sun and everything that orbits around it. If it orbits the sun, it is part of the solar system. It's the planets, it's the moons, it's the asteroids, it's the comets, it's all the dwarf planets, everything. All right. If it orbits the moon or orbits something that orbits the moon, let me rephrase that. If it orbits the sun or if it orbits something that orbits the sun, like a moon, then it is part of the solar system. All right, now it says here, just right off the bat, that the sun, it was formed 4.6 billion years ago from a cloud of gas and dust. I just want to say real quick, that's what scientists call a maximum age, meaning it is probably not any older than 4.6 billion years old. However, there is evidence on every single planetary body, meaning all of the planets, all of the moons that orbit the planets, and there are like, I think it's like 160 moons in the solar system, that all contain evidence that suggests that it's actually much, much younger than that. I don't want to get into all of it, but like even the existence of comets is fairly solid proof that the Earth or that the solar system is much younger than 4.6 billion. So we'll just throw that out there. But the key part of this is that in the center of the cloud, where the gas was hottest and densest, a star formed, and that was the sun. And right here talks about gravity caused leftover gas and dust to form solar systems formations to clump together and form small rocky or icy bodies. These bodies merged and formed planets and other objects. So the key here in the solar system, regardless of its age or how it formed, is gravity. All right. Without gravity, there would be no solar system. Gravity is the force that keeps it all together. Okay. And gravity is actually a huge mystery. Like we know what it is, we know the effects that it has on objects, and we can measure those effects. We can measure gravity, but there is nothing, like we don't know what caused gravity. It's just this. We know the what, we don't know the why. If that makes any sense, we don't know what it was in the formation of the universe that caused gravity to actually happen. Okay, there are rules to gravity. We can manipulate those rules. we can overcome those forces, but as to why it exists, we don't know. Okay, it's a mystery. You figure it out, tell a scientist, you'll get a Nobel Prize. So what I want to do today is because gravity is so important, we're going to do a lab, a simulation lab that is all about gravity. Okay. So if you check your in the folder, you will see this gravity simulation lab. Okay. This is a table. This is what you're going to fill out. But the actual not that one, this one. This is your actual lab. Okay, this is a simulation. This is what you're going to be using in order to fill out the table. And I'll help you get started just so you kind of understand the lay of this. All right, I don't want to leave you high and dry. So step one, you're going to set the mass to 5 billion kg, then set the distance to 4 kilometers. All right, so if we look at, it may sound like nonsense until we look at this and we see, oh, look, we have mass 1 and we have mass 2, and there's distance between us. Okay, so what did it say to do again? Let's see. Set the mass 2 to 5 billion kg and set the distance to 4. So mass to 5, mass 2 to 5. So here's mass 2. We can click it up. Great, now it's 5 billion kg, and look at that, the distance is already 4. All right, so far, so good. Where do we go from there? Now we complete the table. So here in this column, we have mass 1, and then here you're going to write the gravitational force on M1 by M2. So we go back to simulation, all right, so if we decrease this to 1, all right, just like the table says. So the table says mass 1 to 1 billion kg. All right, everything else is the same. Oh, force on mass 1 by mass 2 is 20.9 newtons. So we would go there and we would write 20.9 newtons. 20.9 newtons, all right? And then you go on and you just fill out this entire table, okay? Then there's new settings. Then you're going to change mass 2. Then you're going to mess with the distance, all right? There are new settings, distance. So you have 3 tables that you need to fill out, and then I want you to answer these questions below, all right? Use this table, all the answers. You're going to have to look at this table. You're going to have to interpret that data. This is going to require just a teensy bit, like the smallest amount of critical thinking. All you need to do, I know you struggle with tables, but all you need to do is just look at the trends. What happens to these numbers? What trends do you notice from the table? All right, and just use that to answer these very simple questions. I have really dumbed them down for you. Okay, so hopefully it's not too much. And that's really all you need to do. Okay, so just follow the links to this. I will put it below the YouTube link. I'll also put it on the document in case you lose it. And yeah, that'll do, pig. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.